Yeah, you know, my computer has done this before. The screen just goes black. I have no idea what happens. No clue. And unfortunately, um, you know, it's pretty old. That's the thing. Like, I need to replace this thing. Um, but damn it. And what really sucks is every time it restarts, I have to like completely restart OBS a couple of times because my cameras don't like register right away. And I have to like shut off my USB hub and turn it back on again and then like try it just never just turns back on. So something is like seriously haywire. And I don't know how to tell. Yeah, I really need I honestly I need two. I want to well, I'll probably just leave this one the way it is to be completely honest. And then get a streaming PC when I do the big move over to the other corner. So I just need to get off my ass and do that. I mean, just streaming and chat, and my CPU hovers around 50%. So that sucks. It's an i7 6700, so it's like a 7-year old CPU. So I would say if it does this again, I don't even know if I'm going to bother to restart because at this point I haven't the slightest idea what's causing it, and I just wiggle the graphics card a couple of times and like because the last time a friend of mine was like, oh, I think your graphics card was loose. Like, well, that would make sense that it would just like die, but like, why is it loose? No reason behind it. Anyways, all right, what I wanted to do was do a thing in A flat Phrygian dominant, which means what we're going to need is to be in D flat harmonic minor. So that's annoying. It is what it is, though. All right. Yeah, new PC is definitely a necessity at this point. Um, I'm just, I don't know. It's a lot of money. Can I say? Nobody anticipates of like, hey, you need to spend an extra couple $1,000s that you weren't expecting. So hopefully, for the time being, it holds out. Yeah, remember when my PC was like randomly locking up and just screen going black and stuff like that? It happened again. It hasn't happened in, I don't even know how long. A year? And then just today, I'm gonna decide to just take a shit. Thanks. It's twice, that's the second time already. Right before I started the stream, it did the same thing. And I was like, oh, great. So, anyways. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yep, gotta bite the bullet. Surrealist was like, new PC instead of new modules. I'm like, yeah. Yeah. Still haven't heard anything about the stereo SEM filter. But the Earthquaker Devices wave transformer complex oscillator is supposedly on the way out. So, and I did sign up for a pre-order. Yeah, man, haven't heard anything. Hey, MK. Dude, I downloaded Fallout New Vegas a couple of nights ago, and I'm like, feels kind of good. I'm gonna look for some mods and see if anybody's got any like graphical improvement mods. Probably, because that thing is modded a lot. Okay, so this is part 1. This is a thing. Let's get a part 2 and let's make it like, let me make a bass. Okay, you chill for a second. But we're gonna use part. Yeah, we can use part 2. All right, same thing. We're gonna make this length 14. And again, it's gonna be A flat Phrygian dominant. So, you know, put that in your pipe and smoke it with your drugs. Smoke drugs. Drug smoking. Yeah, I know, Mark. And then my PC starts dying on me, and I'm like, no, not allowed. Not allowed. You can't do it. But it can. It can just be like, haha, fuck you. So, yeah. I need to just bite the bullet. And if I buy a PC, that's going to mean a full move of all of my stuff over to the corner. It's like, don't just throw a Band-Aid at it. Let's remake it a little bit better. I'm going to swap this around. I always like to have bass in channel 4 for no particular reason other than, that's where I feel comfy. And then, let's see. Yeah, let's just use another channel of Quadrax. Loop. Peach? Peach? Yes. It's peachy. Yeah, that's a good point, MK. Well, Surrealist, like, Steam does all that stuff. Like I've got the whatever the game of the year with all the expansion packs and stuff on Steam. So all of that stuff is usually in there. Okay. Boom, 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 boom. Yeah. Hello? Hello? Why you no work? In the work. Why you no work? We got thing. We got output. We got input. We going in. Oh, because it's plugged into the wrong place, because I'm stupid. There's. Okay. All right, peachy. Yeah, so here's kind of the problem I have with the Maestro, right? I don't think there's any way to tune interesting lengths of time on it. Yeah, MK, the real juice in Melodyne is the DNA, the direct node access stuff. And that's where you start paying the big bucks, unfortunately. Look in your Studio One to see if it doesn't have some sort of built-in pitch correction software thing, because a lot of them do now. Even Reason does, and they're like the last to adopt everything. Um, Hmm. I could sculpt a shape with this here sequencer. That's not a bad idea. Okay, let's do that. I need to give it some clock. Trigger in get there. Okay, hang on. Okay, we don't need gate time. All right. So here's the thing. Let's say I want a. We're going to do this in series. Two, three, four, five, six, seven, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 13, 14. Yeah, there we go. Okay, and then I'm going to put this into my glide. All right, and we're just going to keep it like equal time on everything. So hopefully that will kind of smooth the shape out into something a little bit more usable for modulation. That's the goal, at least. And I'm going to stick this in the red trace because I think we're going to use this on a lot of stuff. So here's what I want to do. I want to start like just nothing and then a little and a little bit more 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 and then so on. And then we'll come back down again from that point back down to 0, 4, 5, and then 6. Okay. So theoretically, that should be like giving me a 7-beat rise and fall. You know what I mean? Let's see if it worked. And we'll just we'll throw one of these into the bass. A little bit of CV. See what's going on. Yep. Now if we turn the glide time down, you start to hear that pulsing. But there. And then that of course can be sent to that other little part that the chainsaw is doing. Just a little bit. Oscillator was a little out of tune also. I never did tune. I was too busy freaking out over my exploding computer. Okay. Yeah. So, I think I think, I think I would like to have some arpeggio kind of things going on, because that's always a nice, it's always a nice thing. It's always a happy part. So, by the way, I was watching the live stream that Jim Coker of 512 Systems was doing. He did it yesterday. I didn't see it live, but he's talking about his new QV LFO, which is the quad. It's basically like a Batumi on steroids, right? It's got quad LFOs, but like they're all clockable and they're all interrelated, and there's all sorts of different interesting things in there. There's Lorenz attractor modes and things like that, so you can like turn it into a sloths kind of thing, and you know, all sorts of cool shit. I've been extremely tempted. And honestly, you know, it would pretty much fit right here. And I've got an extra 2 HP, so like, seems like a good idea. But he was saying that there's more coming out for the Vector also. Just a brief mention, like we get stuff coming up for the Vector too, and I was just like, oh, ooh, I like stuff coming up for the Vector. I gotta send him an email. And be like, dude, 3 things. Number 1, sell me a QV LFO. Number 2, can I play live at NopCon this year? Number 3, can you make the subsequences of the Vector activate via CV? That would be the greatest thing ever. Because then you could just literally automate chord changes and be like, click a thing or something, and just like, oh, now all of the chord changes start. Instead of me going like, click, 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 trying to time it all correctly and stuff. Yeah, that would be cool. I just have to get off my ass and like send out some, he said, send me some video clips. I talked to him about it the last show, you know, and he just said, you know, send me an email. Put some examples of your work, and yeah, let's get it done. Should we get Subharmonicon? I always like Subharmonicon. I might just use it for something really simple. Just like ultra basic, like plucky. That's lovely. So what if we just did a really, really, really short envelope on these guys? Okay. So what I need to do is send this guy a good reset. I'm not. not sure where it is right now. is sending you reset? Someone is sending reset commands. And it's going through my clusterfuck cable thing over here. Oh, it's this. I think. Or not. That was going to my autofill, I believe. Oh, that's it. It's the clock divider. Okay. So then here is my question. Can the vector send out odd number pulses on the CV outs on the pulses out here? So like trigger 5. What if, can you do like 7 notes? Probably not. Reset 1. What's ST2? And then there's GT2, RS2, ST3, GT3, RS3. Is that like sequence time 3? What if we did that? What if we did sequence, is that what that stands for? 2? Okay, and would that then send out a part in trigger 5? No. Okay. Alright, well what I'm going to need is a gate input output thing. I need to kind of change that over a little bit here. So let's do this. Trigger out, or a gate out into here. But see, now it's locked in. So clearly that doesn't mean like sequence time 2. Six, 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Doing something. 4, 5, 6, 7, 1, 2, 3. Yes. Yes. A 7-beat reset. Fuck yeah. Now, one thing then that I do want to, let's just put this guy in the red trace here. Let's swap this. I'm going to put an 8th note clock into the sequencer. It's not working. Okay, I guess we're just going to do a divide by clock then. Like a noob. Oh no, what am I doing? I'm stupid. I'm really stupid. You know why I'm stupid? Because I've got this handy dandy new clock divider sitting right here. So if we just did like 1/2, keep it super simple. Yep. Why you no work, bro? Oh, because I'm putting it in the trigger out. That's probably why it didn't work before. There we go. All of these should be reacting now. Well, that's just lovely. Man, that makes me so happy that I can send like odd beats and stuff like that now and use the vector for all kinds of weird shit. That... Thoughts. Thoughts. Bubbling and burbling. Honestly, makes me wish I had kept my other multiple in here. But I don't have one. Like, there are ways. Yeah. Yeah, by the way, so these little Fractio Solums that I bought, these things are super, super dope. And I'm glad I bought two. Because I can easily see using them in all kinds of different things. It's just a really, really ridiculous clock divider that does all kinds of weird shit. It's a little odd. There's no window over the little LED display. They're just like open. They're just like, oh, here we see the circuit board. It's like looking through the like Terminator's eye when he carves it out. But you know, it is what it is. And what's also really cool is like it's got a mute button that's CV. So you could easily send it just like a mute command, and then that whole modulation pulse thing would stop. Yeah, man, and part of that is hardware. You know, it's kind of hardware's fault in a lot of cases. Like in this case, the vector is very open to doing that, right? It doesn't matter what beat you're in or whatever, right? You just select your sequences of the length that you want. You know, but everything else pretty much assumes you're going to be in 4/4. Even doing something in 3 is a challenge. And honestly, that should not be the case. I think the best way around that would be to have a stupidly full-featured sequencer that deals with odd meters and stuff really well. On that point, the Hermod Plus, I was a little disappointed. I don't know if you can use parts of the Hermod Plus. Oh, yeah. Well, the DAW then, that's... You gotta go listen to more music in 5 and 7 and stuff. And just, like, count beats and listen to how things work. Yeah, it's pretty odd. Well, what you do is you put a groove in 4/4, and then you just, like, chop a chunk off and see how it sounds. Insert rests where needed. I should do a swung in 7. Like, oh shit. Okay. let's get some funky lead sounds going here and see what we can come up with that's interesting. I'm thinking nice, happy, crystalline sounds. coming from the cloud terrarium. Duh. God, I was looking at a page the other day and someone was like, "Hey, the E3 the 570 giant effects Hyperion effects processor is on sale." And it was like, God, you know, if I had time to sit down and play with that thing, I'll bet you I would love it. But shit, man, to devote like, I don't know how big it is. It's like 60 HP or something like that. To just be like, here, I'm going to take half of a row for one module. That's brave. But I'll bet it sounds absolutely incredible. What would make the cloud terrarium sound good? Just maybe like dual dagger, I suppose. Oh yeah, one of the things that they were talking about with that QP or QV LFO that's coming out is it has presets, right? And so everything has built-in attenuation and levels and stuff like that. And like, but then you have presets, and all of those settings are linked in a preset. So when you save a thing, and if you're like for performances especially, like all of your requisite levels are like all perfectly set and everything. And I was like, oh man, that would actually be super, super dope. I can easily see the use case for that. Because I think you can kind of use it like the Zadar also, in that it, you know, you can make it, use it as an envelope, which is appealing as hell to me. Okay. Set my melodicer a little bit here. Yeah, what do we got? Anything? Got nothing. We got Bupkis. Okay. shit. Gonna modulate that shit. Gonna modulate that shit. Gonna get a little cooler sound going. Gonna modulate that shit. Modulating that shit. Gonna modulate that shit. Now we got a slow LFO and staying in, changing their parameters. Yep. Yeah, I don't think X and Y do anything in this case. Oh no, they do. Alright, let's take the first two channels of the stochastic function generator, and we'll use those. We'll just be like, bonk, thud. Slow-ish, minimum fall time. Maximum rise time. Okay, cool. Alright. A little bit of high pass, just a tiny bit. Okay. So that'll be a fun one. All right. But I am going to take a little bit of modulation into actually, this could be a good thing. You know what? Let's do a thing. First of all, I'm going to duplicate that modulation. I'm going to just, here, let's do it the easy way, not the hard way. We'll just duplicate it at the source. And then we can go like this, going into the pan for the low pass. So theoretically, this should be like all every 7 beats. Hey man, hey Jazz, what's going on, man? Yeah, I'm doing good. I don't have to work tomorrow, which is nice. Martin Luther King Day, so that's cool. And then we had Friday off because of a snow day, so it's been a 4-day weekend. It's been kind of righteous. Yeah, I love the one you wrote. My one you wrote, most of it is this Zork's distribution strip, which I love. I didn't use it right away, but when I started using it, I was like, oh. So I use it more and more now. The motion meter is probably the one thing in here that I'm kind of like, it's nice. It's nice to have more attenuators, whatever. And it is pretty. So it wasn't that expensive, to be honest. The Golden Master is great. This is a, an end of chain, like compressor, everything, EQ stuff. And then this little IntelliGel when you state variable filter is freaking gold, especially for the cost. Yeah. So I still have 8 HP in there, and I don't even know what to do with that. I need like, like some kind of Zorks. Yeah, the Zorks thing. You've got 4 inputs, and then each of those has 4 outputs. And each output is attenuverted. The outputs are also they also put out just offset voltage if there's nothing. So yeah, I've seen that, and every time I look at Matrix anything, I'm like, lots of space, and we're just completely stupid. There's absolutely no call for that. So oh well. Then again, my rack is almost completely full. So what are you gonna do? Yeah. Yeah, I've thought about that. I think the R bar would make a really good effects send because like it's got a mono in, you know. Yeah, the Erica Matrix, that's the one that I was like, dude, this would be super super dope. But again, I need to do my whole setup and have a table and then put devices next to my system and be able to use them. Like I would like to have my system 8, right next to my modular and then the roads right next to that. That would be beautiful. And that's kind of the goal. And then the System 8 has CV outs, so you can use it as a controller. You can use it as all kinds of stuff. It's got a built-in sequencer, so everything could work off of that. Hell, I could even run the clock to the PAMs, and I do not do any multi-track recording on my modular. No. Um, if I did it, it would just be like stereo tracks for like each individual thing, and then just line them up in a DAW. Like I wouldn't be like just like Europe. You mean like the band? Don't go yet, Jason. But do it soon. I mean, it's the final countdown. Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm gonna need like 5 grand to just like finish my setup and do all of the things, which is really discouraging. You have 5 grand? I don't have 5 grand. I kind of do, but kind of shouldn't. So the more I think about it, the more I'm gonna like probably aim for either springtime or summertime to get all of that stuff going. But if this PC starts acting up, it's gonna happen sooner. Not much I can do. Yeah. By the way, this case is an Uryan modular case. Uryan. He is out of, I believe, Hungary. Yeah, I have fine credit, but I don't carry a balance on my credit cards ever. I haven't in decades. I learned my lesson after getting burned twice after being stupid about it. So yeah. Unless I just use a different card and like use that as my payback with interest fund, but no, I don't want to do that. Um, let's keep patching here. Let's make something new. Arpeggios. Arpeggios would be great. Oh, by the way, what's Rest's doing on this thing? Get anything? Okay, that'll work. Uh, yeah, R bar. I'm gonna do something weird on the R bar. I have an idea. an idea. On Friday, I did a choir with it. I'm going to do something similar, but different. Let's do that right now. Different, but similar, but different. No spray. Okay. Arpeggios. I've said that like 79 times now. So, let's actually do it. We'll do 3 arpeggio voices, I think would be a good idea. Because then the nice thing is I can just use 2 sides of the popple and then like the 1U SVF here. I'm going to go ahead and hook that up and make sure that this oscillator is in tune, because it's probably not. Mono. Yeah, the R-Bar is one of the best purchases I've ever made. It's incredible. Yeah, that's what I thought. I'm like, that's not a C. There we go. Mono. This is obnoxious, and I apologize in advance. But you can all go to hell except for Cave 76. Sorry. Nobody go to hell. Don't do that. Yeah, this is it's an app called TE Tuner, Tonal Energy. It's fantastic. Yeah, it's really cool. It works really, really well, actually. And it's easier than hooking it up to the data and unhooking the data and being like, here, blah, 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 blah. Like, that's more precise, but like for quick and dirty, this is fine. As long as I can get it, ballpark, my ear will take me the rest of the way. Let's make this one 6. Okay, pitch. Yeah, this guy can shut up, though. I will say that. Can you just not? All right, you know what? Here's the thing. Before we go any farther, I'm gonna tune the CSL, because I'm sure it's not, like, at all. Okay, so right voice goes there, and then All these guys are going to be blue. Blue outputs. All of them are going to be. Yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah, because the last time I was using this CSL, I was doing like an FM synth freak out weirdness session, and things were crazy. So I'm going to check that. Oh, does the R-bar have a quantizer? No, I don't think so. As long as we're at it. Boom sauce. There it is. The problem is that I don't have enough blue patch cables for this. Okay. Wonderful, fantastic, beautiful, magical. Yeah. Oh yeah, when you hear the beat frequencies and all of a sudden everything just goes and it's like perfect. Me like. No, of course not. Why would we actually have enough blue cables? Madness. I don't have enough blue cables to do all of this. It's really unfortunate. Should we do a square wave? I feel like that's a good idea. Seems like a good idea at the time. And then this guy can loopy-loop. Hey, wait. What? Oh. No, I'm stupid. I'm being dumb. That's going to be 2. This is going to be channel 3. Everything is all crisscrossed. Weird. Alright, so this is part 6. Or 5. Yeah, what do we got going down here? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. This is a 12 note pattern. If we do it 6, then it's 10. Or is it 9? It's 11. No, it's 10. It's times 2 minus 2. I think. voices. I kind of wish that those were... Yeah, let's just run the subharmonica onto a different channel, because that makes life easier. Subharmonicon's being stereo chorused, though, so... Oh, it's almost an eighth note. There we go. Hey, Fortune from Within. Welcome. Thanks. Yeah, I've been building for... I'm all out of blue cables. I'm going back to bed. Okay, anyways, yeah. Okay, yeah, I've been building for about 5 years now, so, like, it's, you know, it's a slow destruction of my bank account, essentially. I'm thinking here. I'm thinking about slowing down the clock to this melodizer to make it go half speed. I like that idea. Right now it's at there. If we give it a divide by 2 clock, how does that work? Nope. Nope, it doesn't want to. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Yeah. Okay, so basically then I have 2-measure pattern. Nice, man. Well, a friend of mine, suit and tie guy, he's got like, I don't know how many loopers he has in his setup now, at least optionally. He's got like 4. And he loves those. I think he's got those RC505 loopers. And he loves them. They're all MIDI synced and stuff like that, of course. So he runs everything like off of DIN sync clock and MIDI clock, all of his modular stuff. And then he just like loops parts and brings things in and does like really, really cool shit. I have a micro freak also that I'd like never ever use. I should. You know what I want to do is like hook it up as a modulation source. I think that would be really, really cool. But, you know, hey, that's for another day. For now, I want to get some of this junk out of the way and do a little bit of cable control. If we can. If it's possible. Is it possible to do some cable control? Oh, excuse me, sir. Sir? 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 Frankly, they smell. They smell awful. Okay. Let's see here. What do we got? We need to do the R bar. Okay, I'm gonna do the R bar. Next, and then a lead. And then I'm gonna try to throw something into the looper, and I don't know what that's gonna be yet. I do have a looper in my rack, which I love. It's a little different though. It's very, very Frubertronics, if you're familiar with that. Which you should be, because, gosh. Yeah, I grew up on progressive rock, so, you know. It's my jam, yo. Now, what we can, of course, also do is do some massive amounts of transposition and stuff to, like, completely different chords with all of this stuff coming from the vector. Feels kind of like a must-do, but we'll set that up in a second. Nice. Dude, isn't it such a nice thing when, like, everything just works together? Everything communicates? Love that. Just love it. Alright, I'm gonna put these on softly in the background, just to give myself a tonal center here. I'm gonna do something weird with this. I hope. Now let's do some like overdubs. There was some serious harmonics in that last one. It was a little weird. Alright. I'm going to fill up the last buffer also, but I'm going to go ahead and route this guy into a filter. And it seems like the best filter for this right now is the supercritical neutron filter, because it's got a massive amount of input gain, and the R-bar always needs it, because the R-bar is a bit of a wuss. Actually, what the deal is when I record parts, especially like that, I'm always a little bit afraid of overloading it, but it's got a tape-style preamp, so it doesn't really overload. It just kind of gets saturated and funky. Okay. Let's give it some nice fast movement here. Faster. That's great. Did you know YouTube was originally started by a professional yo-yoer, and he was originally going to call it YoTube, and it was all going to be videos about yo-yos. I'm serious. I would never make shit up just for comedic impact. Never. Okay. Right? Boo that the Turing machine doesn't have a 7. That's weak. But let's see. Does Marbles? I don't think Marbles does either, because Marbles is basically a Turing machine. It's got a 6 and an 8. I wonder if I can actually clock a deja vu pattern if I clock the Turing machine. Will it actually respond to that, or will it be like, nah, I'm just gonna play 6 or 8? Honestly, I guess it doesn't really matter too terribly much. What I really kind of need is like maybe like a half note random. So like half note random no, let's not do bipolar. Let's just go like that, and that's going to go into the layer control. There. Okay. Now, then theoretically, okay. It doesn't totally need that right now. We could do pretty easily is take like the ×2 out of the Fractio here and just put it into the strike. I don't know. 5, 6, 7, 1, 2. Yeah, it looks like it does 7 actually. Pretty much what I was looking for, to be honest. Just random weird little vocal blips and bloops. Alright, the thing is, I need to record a 6th buffer here, so I'm going to turn off that strike for a second here. And I'm going to pull out the mod for the layer. We'll just hodgepodge. Nah, let's just leave that the way it is. That's fine. That's peachy. All right, layer mod. This guy. That's the strike. No, the only problem right now is that I need another clock. We can just pull a clock from somewhere else. Because it would be cool to have like an actual pattern, you know? Will this reach? No, of course not. Why would it reach? Son of a... Yo, bro. Who's got a clock for me? Who's got a longer cable for me? More like... I guess it doesn't really matter. We can just use whatever cable. Whoa. Oh, that's great. Yeah, let's just run a clock cable here to that guy. Okay, and then instead of the strike input being just like a standard, like... Meanwhile... Alright, lead. Need another lead. Got a lot of red up there already, but I guess we got enough to go around. So, I need more colors for my patch cables. If I'm going to do a giant 12-voice patch, I need 12 separate colors, and all of them must be unique. Let's see, where we go with this? Pizza? Or we could do warp core into 100 grit. I like the sound of that. Well, I think I'm going to like the sound of that. Also, it might be terrifying. I'm not totally sure yet. And then I think that's going to go into the Aurora. So what do we got right now? We got nothing. It's all of the levels are turned down. Hi? Hello? Are you doing a thing? Are you creating a sound? Feels like you should be, but it feels like you're not. Oh, the gain's all the way down. I forget that. In one. FM1. tweak the notes a little bit on the melodizer, try to find a good pattern, you know? Sounds weirdly delayed. There's like this one note in there that's like, it's just a little bit late. And it's because the envelope is a slow attack and stuff, I'm sure. That's probably a big part of it. Okay, I dig it. All right, and now we do the grand sync. Yep, cool. All right, now the one thing I did not do, I'm going to have to redo this all. Damn it. Okay, that's fine. I did not redo or make a subsequence here. So this is going to be transpose, and we're going to put it on. I'm going to go every single part here and do the same thing. What do I have? I've got a whole note. So we have whole note, transpose on, whole note, transpose on, quarter note, no, whole note, transpose on, part 5. Okay, so then I can go through and actually set these things where I want. So basically, I'm going to do -2 and -2 on each one, which is going to bring it down to a nice, happy G flat minor chord for, you know, one measure. And then it'll be back, which is kind of neat. But it only does it at the end of an 8. Okay, so let's see if that actually worked for everything. Yep. All right, now the thing is, everything's got to be reset. Clock's got to be reset, everything. here's my question. All right. So here's the problem, right? Internally, the vector is working off of 4 beats. Because you can set the length of those subsequences like 2 whole notes, 4 whole notes, and so on and so forth. And that's it. Like that's your options. So once again, trying to work in an odd meter is completely like against the grain of my hardware. Boo. Okay, let's just put everything together and let's try to go home without freezing to death. Light blue. I like a light blue. I like a dark blue better. Yeah, let's go with the light blue. I dig it. Okay. So, JAMA time. I'm going to mute my microphone, and hopefully you enjoy. There's something really satisfying about turning the melodizer into like super speed mode. And then the chat that's 10 seconds behind is like, your mic is off. Yeah, it's under control. Yeah. That was a thing that existed. That is all that can be said officially. So, oh well, it was fun. I'm not sure if I'm going to stream tomorrow or not. I don't have to work tomorrow. So, I was almost considering doing something in the morning. If I'm up and I'm motivated and I'm ready to brave it's going to be, if you're in Europe, it's like 40 below here, Celsius. For us, it's like 10 below Fahrenheit. It's kind of crazy out. It's like nipple shatteringly cold. Like you walk outside and you just hear two gentle little sounds, and yeah, it's painful. So anyways, I'm off. I'm out of here. I feel like tomorrow for a stream would be a good idea. And if anything, maybe I'll just experiment with something. Don't know what yet. In the meantime, I'm going to have to get a hold of the bubble sound guy and be like, hey, where's my filter, yo? Because kind of jonesing. That empty spot has been sitting there for a long time. Anyways, see y'all later. Have a good night. If you're freezing cold, I hope your heat works and everything doesn't die. So stay safe, and yeah, keep warm. Wabbajack? Is that anything like the Jabberwocky? I'm going to take my